this great thing is happening, but it's annoying because I'm so used to being mistreated. And I cheated on this young man, and he was stellar when it came to being a boyfriend. Looking back, I'm like, whoa. Hey guys, thank you for choosing to watch my channel today. My name is Ebony Logan. I am single and seeking. You must be a seeker because you come to this page. Today, I'm going to be talking about how I ended up making marriage kind of like a god in my life. I want to share this because I know that a lot of us single people, you desire to be married, but there's some fear there. There's some, some apprehensiveness there because of something that you went through, or you're just continuously jumping in relationships and trying to figure it out that way. There's so many different, avenues to looking for that significant partner that will be beneficial to your life and you be beneficial to theirs. But sometimes when we do that, outside of God, we end up in situations where it can be really bad. It can be detrimental. I am looking forward to just inspire, encourage, to spur on, really just ignite that seeker in you, because that's what it's all about. This journey with God is about seeking Him wholeheartedly and finding yourself in that. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment to this page, so that way as I spill the tea about my life, hopefully you can learn something from it. My journey started with me being a little girl and not feeling like let me just finish the thought, because I'm a jumper, I can jump around, but I'll try not to do that for you guys. But it came from me being a little girl and not remembering a relationship with my dad, my earthly dad. And even just growing up and being a teenager, not feeling like I had that, because I didn't. It wasn't just a feeling. It was actually a reality for me. I didn't have a relationship with my dad. He would come around and he would buy us things and he would take us places with him and his girlfriends, but I didn't have that connection with him where I can sit with him and be held by him, and he can just tell me how beautiful I was and all these different things. I don't remember it. If I did have it, I do not remember it. So because I don't remember it, when I got older, as a 20-year-old, 30-year-old, I was trying to kind of get that relationship with him, but I couldn't it didn't flow naturally. I had no idea I had to go after a relationship with my dad if I wanted one. I thought that my dad needed to come and have a relationship with me if he wanted a relationship with me. I didn't understand that individually people have their own issues, You think, well, I thought, you come into this world, I didn't ask to be here. So if I didn't ask to be here, why won't you have a relationship with me? It wasn't until later I found out that my dad had his own issues. My dad, had issues with his parents. And it was kind of like a domino effect, if you will, when you think about an individual person, not them being your parent, but you think about an individual person and you say, oh, something's wrong with them. Oh, I don't feel like I thought about, where did my dad come from? Who was his parents? What was he taught? I had to learn that later on in life. And as I started learning that, it definitely created this, new thought in my mind where it was like, okay, I see what's going on here. If I want this relationship with him, I have to go after this relationship with him. However, as a daughter, a young lady who does not know about life, does not know about men, does not know about relationships yet, I think it's important for parents to think about having kids and think about what that whole thing looks like. But back then, in that generation, my mom and my dad's generation, I think they were just enjoying life. It was like the 80s and disco era, and the whole I was just telling my sister this, it was all about partying. So it was like a lot of drugs, sex, all this stuff, like kids, just kind of raising kids, and it was a lot of that. And I know that it still happens to today, but I think parents are more so like, okay, I don't want that for my kids, I'm going to do something different. However, my dad didn't have that mindset. He was just out here getting it, like he was living a life as a single man and doing him. And although he was having his kids and he loved us and he wanted a relationship with us, it was like we had to chase after him because he had no idea how to be a dad. His dad didn't, left him when he was 16. So having been raised by a man, you don't really know how to raise children from a man's perspective. I know that he was with his mom for a long time. His dad actually passed away at 16. So that was heartbreaking, and he had to figure it out from there. He had older brothers and stuff, but everybody went their own way. So I had to find that out later. But my start was, I'm not loved by a man. Period. That was my start in life. I'm not loved by a man. I don't even know what it means to be loved by a man. I don't even know what that looks like. And that's a lot of us. It's a lot of women today. There's a lot of men today who need the love from their father, who need the training from their father. Good training, not the training where it's like your uncle in a garage talking to you about different women, or your uncle, banging and he telling you to have different chicks on the street. No. We need real, true men to teach us how to be loved. A man is so much that men bring to the table when it comes to bringing new humans in the world. And so God is the one who sets that example of a real man. Like, I had no idea about that either. I didn't know about that until I got older. But it wasn't really any real true good men around me. And so me and my sisters, we just kind of, we settle for what we thought was, was right. And if someone treated us a certain way and we thought it was good, that's what we went with. And that's what I went with. And so when I did have an opportunity of a good young man in my life, I blew it. I cheated on him because this great thing just happened. This great thing is happening, but it's annoying because I'm so used to being mistreated. And I cheated on this young man, and he was stellar when it came to being a boyfriend. Looking back, I'm like, whoa, where do you find this opportunity? I mean, he took care of me financially. He took care of me, physically. He took care of me. Like, his heart was good for me. He always wanted to protect me. He always just wanted to make sure I had what I needed. And I fumbled that. They say fumble the bag. I fumbled it, And I hurt him, and he even wanted to stay with me after I hurt him. And I was just like, no, I can't let you do that. I couldn't allow him to stay with me, because I'm like, you have to set a consequence here. You have to set a boundary here. And he did not want to. He was like, I forgive you. Let's move forward. And I moved forward with him, but then he turned into this, it changed him a lot. He didn't trust me any longer. It was this thing where it was like, oh, every time I would get dressed, he'd be like, oh, who are you trying to look cute for? And I'm like, it's just us. We're going out, right? And we're about to be together. And he was like, yeah, no, I think you're trying to do more. And so it sucked big time, because I saw how I changed him from being so, just free to love, to now he has all these stipulations, and he's grudging in his love. And it was just so sad to see that change. But after we broke up, again, went back to trash. I kept dating trash dudes, whatever, because I don't know what I don't know, and even though I experienced that, I didn't feel like I was worthy of it. So I fumbled it. I went back to trash. So I feel like that's what I was used to. Because again, your dad's not chasing after you. Your dad's not coming after you. You have to chase after him. You have to desire him, and he's not around. And so that's what I was used to. That's what women are used to when they're not being properly loved by the first men that was supposed to love them.